Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A very strange development at NATO. What was Russia's main concern regarding Ukraine? Ukraine should not become a NATO member state. That was the main concern. Then they said, well, our Russians are killed in the eastern part of Ukraine. That was the second one. So it seems like the West conceded Russia's demand. I'm not going to call it a request because it was like an ultimatum. For them it was, that's a red line, like my little shirt, and that's it. So this is what happens. I'm going to show you an article here, and maybe you tell me how else can I interpret it than NATO saying, hold on, take it easy, pull the brakes, wait a little bit. Maybe we should give it another thought. So here is the article coming from Sputnik, right here, and it is from today, the 28th of November 2023. All NATO countries agree Ukraine's admission to alliance impossible for now, Budapest says. Hungary. Is it very strange? This is like an order. I remember when countries in NATO said that, yeah, let's do it, yeah, can be, yeah, I remember Czech Republic. I remember certain countries that, yeah, it's possible, yeah, the Nordic states, the Baltic states, yeah, we're going to be for it, yeah, they can be. Only the Hungarians were normal and said, guys, first of all, per policy, it's impossible. It will be a violation of NATO policy, which states clearly that you can admit a country in the midst of NATO if it's at war or if it has enemies. Why? Because potentially that could cause NATO to use Article 5 in case a little war starts between those two countries, a NATO member state and its enemy, then everybody gets drawn in by that idiot country. The Hungarians said it like for toddlers, and they were like, Hungary is bad, Obama, what's his name, Obama, Viktor Orban, Obama is the same way. No, it's not, obviously. It's, wrong, is this, is that. Now, all of them, there was not one to say, that was an order. I think it started like this. The meeting, I think the US said the first things and say, well, I think we should not, can't do it. It's impossible for now. What do you think, guys? What do you think, guys? Huh? Who's for? Okay, 0. Who's against? All right. So that's, I think, the whole thing. Everybody was, no, we vote against, or whatever, for how you want to look at it. So let's read this little article here. Hungarian Foreign Minister Petr Gyarto, very good guy, very intelligent, very ballsy, very, very, very good, said Tuesday that a consensus among NATO countries persists that it is impossible for Ukraine to join the alliance now, keyword now, but it may be possible in the future if conditions are met and the allies agree. If Russia is destroyed, then yes. If Russia is not destroyed, then, if Russia is not destroyed, then no. And I'm quoting, there is an agreement at least that Ukraine's accession to NATO is impossible for now, Gyarto told journalists after the end of the first day of NATO foreign ministers meeting in Brussels. And I'm quoting, a consensus formula has been formed that the accession, would be possible if the conditions are met and the allies agree. These are the two conditions now. There are no changes here. There was no breakdown of the agreement that Ukraine's accession to NATO is unimaginable in current conditions. The foreign minister called the consensus the right thing to do, as Ukraine's admission to NATO now would mean the beginning of World War III. Giarto also said many NATO countries cautiously and in low voice admitted that the results of Ukraine's counteroffensive were far from expectations, as the situation on the battlefield had not changed much and there had been no breakthrough of the front line. And I'm quoting, the realization has come that Ukraine's counteroffensive, and I'm quoting, has yielded results noticeably far from expectations. No one disputed this today, end quote. The foreign minister said, adding that the overwhelming majority of NATO members did not address the issue in their addresses, and a single counterpart's attempt to explain that Kiev's counteroffensive would be victorious has been isolated. It's okay, they will try still. The minister also noted that NATO countries, for the first time, mentioned in a positive way the fact that Hungary has a strong government and not a dictatorship and a threat. And I'm quoting, I noted that it is fantastic to hear in this circle that a strong government is something positive, because I have been participating in meetings of NATO, the European Union, and similar organizations as a foreign minister for over 9 years, and everywhere I heard that a strong government is dangerous and means dictatorship. And here they mentioned in a positive way that Hungary and Turkey have strong governments, end quote, Giarto said. Well, don't be so happy and wiggle your tail because some idiots said that. You should just, smack them. Continue to do that. The minister added, it could not be understood from the outside that Sweden was not in NATO, because Swedish Foreign Minister Tobias Billström was present at the meeting. As I said, these guys will get Finland or Sweden in NATO as a different term. They will not call them NATO member states. They call it NATO Zapakapa states. And Zapakapa is member, but it's not put together. They're going to have the same thing, but they're not going to be called member states. They're going to be called Zapakapa. Okay? Sweden is going to be a Zapakapa NATO state. Finland is a NATO member state. But it's the same shit. It's just terms, my friends, terms. Do you care if you're called an employee or you're called a Zapakapa and you have everything as an employee? I don't care how I'm called. Am I an employee? If the term doesn't really matter. The condition is what matters. If you're fat like a whale and someone calls you, hey, you look so good, you're so skinny, does it mean you're skinny? No. So you call me fat if I'm thin, I don't care, because I know I'm thin. But if I'm fat and you call me thin, oh yeah, baby. Yeah, jiggle. Oh man, it's evening and I'm getting there. Sweden, along with Finland, submitted its NATO application in May 2022, several months after Russia launched its special military operation in Ukraine. Finland became a member of the Allies in April 2023. Sweden's application is still pending ratification by Turkey and Hungary. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah. I'm glad it was dark. The Russians are here. Well, I'm glad that finally these guys I think they just play idiots. I think they're not idiots. I think they are weak. They're weasels. They're not stupid, but they're weasels. And they wait for the sign. And how they see, how do they get the hint is from how United States, like let's say United States is leading the way. And you're like, oh, we're independent, but you follow him. You're independent. And all of a sudden you notice the United States takes left. Oh, I'm independent. Puck, you go left. Independent, I'm going to go right. So no, it's just, I'm independent, but your eye is looking where United States is going. When United States turns right, then I think I'm going to go right. Oh, got the coincidence, we go on the same, we're going to the store. Yeah, okay, I'm coming with you. Mother, that's what it is, my friends. These are weasels. Because they don't dare to cross the US. Why? Because you never dare to cross a friend, right? Have you ever crossed a friend, like told a friend, you know what, Mike, you're my friend, but I disagree with you. Are you scared to tell your friend that you disagree with your friend? No. Should you? No. That's why with a friend, you have more flexibility, understanding, because your friend. You can ask questions that are not, kosher, sensitive questions. Why? Because he's your friend. You can share things with a friend without being afraid that the friend is going to smack you, or is going to tell everybody else, or something like this, or going to judge you, or something like that. Maybe he can help you. That's why you share with him. Hey, Gigi, I did this. What do you think I should do? Give me an advice. You don't have to follow the advice, but maybe it's going to give you something that you never thought of. Say, okay, I'm going to take it in consideration. Thank you. But you will not share that with another guy. But if you're afraid of the United States to oppose it, that means you're not your friend. It's not your ally. It's more like a tyrant who is capable of cutting your head off. I think that's how it is. All right, my friends, now that we settle things. Good. I think they wait to see what's going on right now in Russia, and they were like, they all pretend to be logical now and real. Nah, we'll see. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.